I want to bring in two words starting with E. The first one being experience,
Yes.
and the second one being ego. And I think when you go through a period of struggle, as a lot of older folks have gone through, there is that an experience which you value and you want to give back from that place. But it also makes you egoistic in a way because you want, right? Because you want to give it back, but you want to give it back your way, right?
Yes.
So how do you see that play out, right? What is the role of experience? And then what is the role of ego creating friction in that relationship, especially between leaders like C-level folks, directors,
Sure.
VPs, and then people who are coming in, but they don't see themselves as lesser than anybody else.
I love that question for a couple of reasons. One, I've been on the road quite a bit lately, traveling to companies, and some of the new slides that I present talk about this unprecedented multi-generational workplace, generational workplace, which we're in now. So at some workplaces, you could have as many as Gen Zers as the young entry-level employees, millennials is anywhere between that 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, 13, 14 years. So they're rising through the ranks. Gen Xers like me, who are now 30 years into their career, boomers, and then you could have members of the silent generation who we're talking mid 70s, late 70s, could be the CEO, right? Or in the C-suite. What I talk about when I present those slides, first thing I says every generation brings value to the workplace. Each and every one of them does. And I'm going to get to your E word in a second because the E word's really important here. But they bring value that comes in different shapes and forms, right? So for the silent generation, for the boomers, for the Xers, I lead with my slide, and the headline is experience counts. What I mean by that is they've got something that Gen Zers don't have. Millennials are gaining, but they have something that Gen Zers definitely don't have. They have 30, 35, 40 plus years of experience, lessons learned, failures, success stories, case studies, an incredible network of contacts who can help conduct business and all those kinds of things, relationships, just all those things. That's experience. Powerful stuff. Gen Z doesn't have that at all. They can't. They haven't been around long enough to have that, right? So I always talk about experience counts. Don't discount the experience of an older generation who's been working 30, 35, 40, 45 years, and don't look at them as just antiquated or stuck in their ways, because all that experience will inform and inspire future programs, future projects, future campaigns, all those things. Millennials, who are, I'll say, in the middle there, what I talk about all the time, and millennials appreciate this when I say it, at the workplace, I say that millennials are the critical bridge between those, we'll call them those older Xers, boomers, and silent generation, and Gen Z. And so millennials have got a ton of pressure on them right now, and they know it, they feel it. With that, they're that critical bridge. They're the ones connecting the C-suite, the president, the leaders with the younger generation. They have to manage up and they have to manage down. They have to report to we'll call it the senior executives, but then they're being basically told to mentor this new generation, these young kids, these new people have just started. So incredible pressure. If that bridge breaks, there is big trouble. Millennials are that bridge. They are that bridge right now. They're, to me, maybe others won't like to hear this, I think they are the most valuable generation in the workforce right now because they are the bridge that connects, again, the older generations with these new generation that just arrived, Gen Z. And they are, in essence, again, managing up, managing down. They still aspire to grow and eventually become the C-suite, become the leaders, but they now have been tasked with mentoring and helping Gen Zers evolve. And so they are in a really interesting situation. They're again in the middle with got quite a bit of experience, especially your older millennials have quite a bit of experience, but they still are probably reporting to someone who's above them.